No! No! Guys, I'm not gonna do this. I am not gonna do this. These are stilts. Hey, my God, Jesus! You want me to put these on and walk up to Carl?
Carl,
I'm ready for this. Oh my gosh, it's working.
Carl.
He's all scrunched.
Wow, I'm really searching for the right words here. Okay, I'm gonna quote some president, I don't remember who, when he said, "Read my lips. Read my lips. Do not send us money. Never. Never, ever, never, 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 never. Do not do this, ever." Let me tell you why. Humbling and it's very surreal. Because why? And what am I doing in charge of all of these babies? Why am I the face that you see probably more when it comes to this page? Why am I the stupid voice you have to hear? Because I know there are people who can represent this page who probably wouldn't be such a screw up. Man, it's supposed to be the testosterone edition, y'all. This is supposed to be the high testosterone, the macho edition. And then you got to go off and do that. Hey folks, Lester here, hanging out with Carl. And over here behind me, we got shirtless Jake on a lawnmower. He's mowing out the little plot here, our little family cemetery. And I've got me a big old load of gifts and goodies. And today I thought I'd come over here, even with the distractions of that mower, Carl running along this fence line. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. Last time I did gifts and goodies, I was in the fields. And some of the letters and the things that you guys sent got the best of me. And today I'm thinking, you know what? It's time for a really good man-up edition. A man-up edition of gifts and goodies. So you guys hold on. We're gonna let Jake finish up this spot over here. I'll let some babies out and we're gonna have us a really fun, macho version of some gifts and goodies. Ain't that right, Carl? We're going hardcore today, y'all. Macho. The full testosterone level. Ugh. Tell you what, that thing is heavy. And it is some kind of bird seed feed. Look what it's addressed to. Carl Morrow. So I brought me a glass of Kool-Aid. I just chugged that. I told you it was gonna be macho today, y'all. We're gonna be macho. Who chugs Kool-Aid? I do. Come here, Carl. Carl. What the heck, Carl? We got you a gift. We got you. You're spilling it all over me, Carl. Carl, no! Carl! Carl! Carl, it's all over your face. It is all over your face, Carl. That is embarrassing. That was a gift. Now how are you going to eat it, Carl? It's all over the ground. Okay, we're back. But that right there did not go according to plan. But here's the whole beauty of it, guys. Think about this for a minute. That's the whole beauty of it. If everything went according to plan, how boring would that be? This here is the customs thing. It comes from overseas. It comes to Lester. Actually, it is intended to be for Journey, though. So, I hope that, well, this may be difficult, but here we go. I hope that this person understands that Journey did pass. This comes from Journey. This is a note from Journey. Y'all bear with me. Dear Mommy and Daddy, Journey here. Why do y'all do stuff like this? I need Jake and Carl back over here. just a little note to let you know that I'm well and I'm having fun flying around with all my new wings, or with my new wings. I'm also playing with all the other bigs and littles up here. Bam Bam says to give a hug to Pebbles and let her know I miss her. Journey says that she often flies by at night to check that all is okay. And if we ever think that we hear her in the wee small hours, okay, I needed this. Thank you. This is funny. Also, the girl who swings at pawpaws asked me to let you know that all is well when that swing is moving. It's when the swing stops that you should check the sky and hurry for shelter. I know that you all miss me, and I send you lots and lots of love from Journey. It says that she's asked her friend, Darkus Watson, to make this gift and put it in the box. So Darkus, you're very blessed to have a friendship with Journey. God damn it. That's beautiful. That took a lot of work and time. I love this. I wonder where Darkus is from. I'm trying to find that customs wrapper. Oh my God, Darkus. Oh my God. All right, this is from Queensland, Australia. Isn't it crazy, y'all, to think about how a little goat, we just talked about a second ago about how blessed we are that people like that company who sent the little scratchers were able to come across our page. Recently we posted a video of the little donkey reunion, and to see some of the big pages out there who share it. The Villalobos Rescue is one of them. They do the pit bull, have a huge following, and they shared that video, which means that they watch. And then you find a little baby like Journey with the short time that she was with us, and she was able to reach and connect to people around the world. Obviously this is from Australia, enough so that this kind lady Darkus sat there and used her time and her resources to make her a little doll who images her to the T. And that's, I said a while ago, I just feel like this is very humbling, and it's very surreal. Because why? And what am I doing in charge of all of these babies? Why am I the face that you see probably more when it comes to this page. Why am I the stupid voice you have to hear? Because I know there are people who can represent this page who probably wouldn't be such a screw up. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. All right, we are back again. You know, I forgot my glasses, but I brought me a sweat towel. How bad is that? Here we are at the end of September, and it is hot. You are my favorite pain in the ass. Oh yes, you're my favorite pain in the ass. But for the most part, Karen says that she has struggled for a while with some PTSD. And then her husband has had some issues. And then she says she wants to let me know that she feels like it takes a very strong man to acknowledge things that he struggles with. And I will say that's true. There was a time, well, most of my life actually, where I hid a lot of stuff. And then I discovered that through videos, I can also talk to you guys about stuff. And how refreshing in the comments to see that there's a lot of people who have very similar issues. And it makes you feel where you're not so alone. It makes you feel where you're not isolated and you're just a weirdo or something, because there's other people who are very similar. And so I'll spend some time and I will read this in depth when I get back in the house, and I'll show it to Jamie. But I do want to say thank you. She did send some cow seeds. It says that you can start your own herd. Now you can grow all your own cows to go with that beautiful bull you put up with. That would be Tex. And oh, I wish it were that easy. Wouldn't it? That'd be neat. And I know Pearl, who has gotten back from band camp not too long ago, and then Gracie, her future, along with Santiana, would probably agree. Can't we just throw out some seeds, Daddy? Looky here. This comes to I'm a Survivor Donkey and Farm Animal Sanctuary. That's a long name. That is a really long name. I can't really see exactly, but I think it says this comes from Stockton, California. It says God bless you both. So here's a gift card, $25 for the bigs and littles and the babies. Now listen, y'all, I'm not trying to promote Tractor Supply, but that is where we buy our feeds, and so it's easier. Okay, on the back over here it says, to Lester and all the babies from Carmen Jones in sunny California. You know, we were there not too long ago. We don't want your money. Now I know just oh, I'll take it, I'll take it. No, don't get me wrong. We don't want your money. I'm sure there's always something we could all buy with money. But but listen to me, I'm gonna say this, and I hope I don't put Jake on the spot. The nonprofit accepts donations, and we are set up to also receive monies from the Facebook supporters, and all of that money goes directly to the nonprofit. All right, let me see if I remember all this. Okay, so we have gotten 3 ponds dug, and then we paid for all of that dirt to be piled up into berms for future flooding. We've also bought a windmill with an aeration system to keep our ponds clean. We have 25 acres of fencing that we bought and put up ourselves. We have built or have had help building 3 barns. We've got, one of the barns has 4 horse stalls. We've paid off the tractor. What else have we done here? We have to buy hay. Every year we have to have the field cut. We don't have our own equipment anymore since the flood. That's twice a year. We have the water well that got dug. We have a weekly feed bill where we get feed every week. And then of course we pay for the vet and the farrier. And all of that, guys, we're able to do from the folks who support the page, either through Facebook, supporter badge, or, you know, from those occasional donations that come through the www page. Our YouTube channels, where we put our videos, they are making money for us that is not part of the nonprofit. So we're not, no one's getting rich, But my dad took his money, and he made this known that he used his money to get a rooster crown. You know about this? Crown? Rooster crown injections in his knees to help him become a little bit more mobile and have not quite as much pain in the knees. And so that's how my dad spent the monies that he has made through YouTube. He saved up a little bit, and he went and he got this because his insurance didn't cover it. So with my money that I'm saving, I am building, and I'm not doing it myself, but I bought a military, it's a 1992 Humvee, stripped down to almost nothing, just the wheels, the frame, the chassis, and I'm slowly building that back up to become a farm vehicle. High, it sets high up off the ground, about 3.5, 4 foot off the ground. And listen, it's a work in progress, but that's where I choose to spend Lester money. You want to talk about where you're going to spend your money?
Yeah, I pay my bills.
So Jake takes his YouTube and he pays some bills, but he's also talked to me about some future goals that he wants to do. And so he does want to buy a truck, and because now he has a car, and just he knows that a truck would be more conducive for his lifestyle. So what we do is, guys, we make our money our way. Let us make our money. And so we have all the nonprofit stuff that's taking care of itself. And then we have the monies that we make from the videos. But listen to me. No one needs to send us cash, because how we get paid on our videos is through the advertisers. People that put ads on our videos. I know, as annoying as they can be, they put ads on our videos, and if you watch the videos past the ads, then they give you X number of fractions of a cent. But here's the neat thing. The more videos you make, the more ads that are viewed, and that's on YouTube and Facebook, then over time, those pennies begin to accumulate until you get a nice little supplemental income. Now, I drive a bus, which pays my insurance and pays my child support and my basic bills. But I've been using my YouTube money for Lester spending money. And I don't spend hardly anything. Like I say, most of what I do all day is farm related. So taking care of the animals comes from feed from Tractor Supply. Vet bills are paid through an account set up through the nonprofit. I'm trying to think of what else. And then, so we don't shop. We don't buy stuff besides, of course, Jamie also works, so her money kind of buys the groceries and whatnot. So please don't send cash over here. I'm going to say it again and read my lips. Please don't send cash over here. Now, Jake's probably there saying, send it to me. I'll take it. Send me your cash.
Address is down. No, just kidding. Do not send me nothing.
No, we never want to be known as those kind of people. Listen, it reminds me, you don't even know this story. Y'all ever heard of Jim, and I think her name was Tammy Baker? You know this story?
Hold on.
PTL Club. PTL stands for Praise the Lord. And there was this guy named Jim Baker. I think his name is Jim Baker. You weren't born yet. You were not born yet.
That's why I don't know.
But he was a TV evangelist, man, and they started some of the first satellite networks where they're going to be showing their TV evangelist church stuff around the world. But one thing he was known for was always asking for more monies to help spread the word. And guess what? He and his wife got rich doing that, because they would not only take that money and do things to spread the word, they took a lot of that money and did things to spread their own wealth and feed their own egos. And if you are a fan of Jim Baker, and I know a lot of you guys are old enough to know who I'm talking about, good for you. And I shouldn't put the man down because I don't know all the facts. But I do know that there was all kinds of federal indictments, and there was all kinds of, I think he did jail time, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And him and Tammy, I think her name was Tammy, finally broke up, and they went their separate ways. I think that she finally passed. I believe she had cancer. But I'll tell you what, we don't like this. We don't like this. So I'm not saying it in a mean way. I appreciate someone taking time to wrap up $50. And if you say, well, Lester, we have plenty of money. Don't get on to us. I know what I'm doing with my money. We don't want it. We don't want it. We do not want it. We do not want it. I will use this in court if I ever have to. We don't want your money. I appreciate the gifts and goodies. I do feel a little weird when things are coming to me and Jamie and not the animals. But I do know that you have learned to love us through the videos, and you want to show your love in ways. And I get that, because that's a normal human thing to do. But just don't send cash here. I'm going to ask you one last time. Please don't send cash. It's not going to get your name read on a video, and it's not going to get us to send you anything back. We can't do all of that, guys. Just please don't send cash here. Did I cover everything? You want to add anything to this?
Nope, I'll just see what's going on and what's going to mow.
He did not know what he rode up on. He had no idea what he rode up on.
Didn't know when a good time to crank this mower was, but now's good.
Now's a good time to crank up that mower. Bye, Jake. Jake has been helping a lot around here. Man, I did not want to ruin a really good video with that kind of a lesson. But you have to understand where we're coming from. We never want to risk losing our nonprofit. We never want to risk losing our nonprofit. We never want to have people throwing allegations, at us of misappropriating monies and stuff like that. So we don't want it. If you do it in the through the donation link on the website, the www, if you do it through supporting the page through Facebook, that's great. But do not send us money, folks. Please don't send us money. Please don't send us money. I'm going to move on now. Can I move on now? A lot of y'all are saying, Lester, I done moved on a long time ago. I just skipped all of that stuff. Good for you. I am going to put this in the front. I can't wait to start showing y'all some pictures of how the Humvee's coming out. All right. Here we go. It's hard to bounce back from that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to bounce back from that, y'all. But this over here might help a little bit. What in the world? Okay. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what that is. Dang it. This is just from the company that makes them. There's nothing from who it's from. There is nothing that says who this is from. Now, this might be one of the kitten toys. I'm gonna hope that it is, because that's where it's going. It's gonna go to the barn dominium with all of those cute little kittens. Hey, my God, Jesus, you want me to put these on and walk up to Carl? I know what you want me to do. Guys, I don't even know if I know how to do this. Look, I don't even know if I can figure this out. They don't look that hard. I can raise them up to 17 inches. All right, let me pull my pants up.
Hold on, those say kids, I think.
Jake, you're not going.
What's the weight limit?
Okay, first of all, I'm sweating under my man boobs, Jake. I'm not gonna sweat under my man boobs, so. And I am, Jake. I'm sweating under my man. Jake, look at that. No, I saw. All right, so I believe the hardest part's gonna be standing up on these. So what I'm gonna do is get out here out of the rocks. Jake, if my butt crack is showing, do not video it, because I feel like my pants are falling down.
Oh my
Come
God.
on, Jake. Carl! World. Hi, Carl.
Oh no.
Hey, Carl.
Oh no.
They're not high enough, Jake. Hello, Carl.
But they're a lot, but you're almost out of eye. It's not too bad.
Hi, Carl.
He just gonna dance with you.
If I stop moving, I will fall. You realize that, right?
You can't, they're hard to balance on?
Yes. What's Carl doing?
I don't know if he's like trying to take the hat off your head or what.
Okay, there you go.
Like a robot.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
He's still taller than you, Jake. Walk over there.
So weird.
Carl. Okay, we are back to the side-by-side to continue and finish up this gifts and goodies. This has had a lot. This video's had a lot. You've seen Carl chug down a cup of bird seed. You've seen Lester walking on stilts up to Carl's pasture to see how Carl was going to react to that. You saw shirtless Jake giving a shot at it. Then you had to see Lester get on to you and say, stop sending money. We don't want your money. And I don't mean to sound like an ingrate, guys, but I don't want you to send money here. So let's get back to the regular old gift and goodie. And I will say this, there was nothing in that box to tell me who sent those stilts. I don't know how much these cost. I don't think that I've ever bought a bag of these. So I hope that they're not costing you guys an arm and a leg when you send them. But every animal we got loves these things. Now I know that the pigs and the bird babies can eat, they like this kind of stuff for the protein part of it. But how shocking that goats actually eat them too. So thank you so much for that. This over here comes to Voodoo. Now what I'm doing, I'm looking around to see if I can find my box cutter. I have lost it. Here we go. I end up setting things down and then I can't find them when I need them. This comes to Voodoo. Yeah, oatmeal, mealworms. You can never have too many. Now look at what this is. Okay, look at this. This is not necessarily a, these are not for the eye holes. These are for the ear holes. Guys, I know that I look probably like Darth Vader here, but Voodoo has a problem with his vision. He needs to have something to block out the ultraviolet light from away from his blue eyes. The light color of his skin seems to have something to do with something else, and we had to find a way to... You know what I'm saying. Okay, so thank you. It's true. The bug screen was hot. And when we put the bug... Now, so Courtney said that he's having a vision issue, and we need to cover his eyes because he's out there and he's getting too much light and it's affecting his eyes. And anyone with light-colored skin and light eyes, you know this. We have an issue. We do. We have problems with too much sunlight and with skin and with other irritants. But when we put the bug screen over his entire face, he would sweat like crazy. He would just, sweat would pour out of him. It's too humid and too hot. So here we go. Oh, there's a letter. There's a letter. And now that I'm taking the testosterone, would you believe it's helped my vision? Hi, Lester. I love watching your adventures and the love you have for your animals. I appreciate Carl. I am 83 this year. I have 2 sons, 3 grandchildren who are grown up now. I don't get to see them very often, so I love how close your family is. Mine used to be, but once I got divorced, I lost. Wow. Okay, so I'm just going to skip through some of the personal things and go to, I believe her name is Mare. Does that say Mare? M-A-I-R. M-A-I-R. And she lives nearby. I believe this says Watford Town Football Club. Elton John used to be the chairman, and he still supports it. So I thought you might think this was interesting, and I will find that. I'm not going to spend all of your time looking for it, but I will find that, and I'll look through your program, and I will read the rest of your letter when I have a chance to do that. You all know how I do. I like to spend my afternoons in the tub reading letters. That's just kind of my thing. I know that sounds a little bit weird for some people, but it's just my thing. I think we all have our thing, you know? And that's just my thing. Sorry, I got the camera off. We had been up and down with that camera. I know exactly what these are. These go on a fence post. You can screw them onto a fence post, and look, the babies can walk up and scratch their own bellies and backs. And I know exactly where I'm going to put these. Now, I don't know. Oh, Scratch and All. Scratch and All Company. That's pretty cool. Dear Lester and Jamie, a friend of mine mentioned your rescue to me very recently. Because of your and my deep love for animals, I want to provide a few Scratch and All pads for your rescued family to enrich themselves. The installation instructions, blah, 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 are included. Okay. Anyway, they talk about how they have, these things are for everybody. Look at this. And it's true. Now, we do have one little scratch pad out there, the little yellow one that y'all seen, and every animal we have in that pasture does walk up. Oh, no, you could actually even buy a stick. Here it is over here. You could actually buy that and attach those to it and kind of help that to scratch places that's kind of hard to reach, like under your horse's belly and whatnot. All right, so I will just say that this is from the Scratch and All company. Scratch and All. And so thank you very much for that. Here it shows how people have mounted them in different locations, on fence posts and different ways where the babies can walk up and scratch themselves whenever they want it. I enjoy scratching the babies. I know the pigs love it, man. They'll just roll over and just take a good scratching. Thank you very much for that, Scratch and All, folks. I appreciate that, and I'm so happy that you were introduced to our page. I sometimes don't know why. Seriously, 1.5 million. That just seems so surreal. It does. It feels like I'm in the midst of a dream, because I can't for the life of me picture why there would be at some point 1.5 million people click that follow button. I don't know. And I guess they saw something they liked, or something they laughed at, something that made them feel a little bit of emotion, and they thought, you know what, I'd like to see more of that. I'm cool with seeing a little bit more of that. And so we're so blessed to have people who come across us in different ways. I feel like we're very unworthy. I feel like there's a lot of families who are a whole lot more worthy than the Morrows to have that kind of a following. People who could probably help you a whole lot more than we can. Okay. Oh, this here comes to Carl. It's just straight up Carl. Carl! And we're gonna walk over and feed these to Carl. It is some sunflower seeds and some yo dips. Look at that. Carl's never had these. He's never had those. Now, I have given him sunflower seeds, so I'm gonna save these for later. But we're gonna go up right now and feed him some yo dips. Now, I'm going to feed him the whole content of the package. Let me see if I can find a letter or anything. Nothing. Oh, enjoy your gift from Anna. Anna Hadwick. Anna, follow along. Let's go up to Carl right now and feed some of these. I don't have to get down and dirty. Look here, Carl. Look. Carl, there's treats on the fence post right in front of you. You don't like those, Carl? I don't think he likes them. He's spitting them out. Well, we know he likes the bird seed, the sunflower seed, so we will for sure make sure he has all. Carl, just eat one to make her happy. Come on, Anna sent those. There you go. All right, he got one down. I'll tell you what, he's going to waste them all over the fence here. So, I'm just going to pour them out along the fence here. Let all these little goats have them. Oh, there he goes. All right, we're getting real close to the end here. This here comes to Lex. I'm not going to open that. I'm going to wait until Lex comes and let him open that himself. This here's to Lester Morrow. And, as I slice it open, I know what these are. I've actually gotten a couple of these. Guys, Jake is wearing one right now. These are little moist towels. Now, they remind me of, remember how in the old days when we used to wash our cars, we had those little shimmel cloths or whatever they were called? This is a very similar material, and you can dip these in cold water and throw them over your neck, wrap them around your head, however you guys like to wear them, and they keep you cool for hours. They're called cooling pads here. Chili pad cooling towels. And this is the original. Feel the chill. It shows a baseball player on the cover there with one around his neck. When Jake was here earlier, he had one on. I think he'd gotten from one of you. This is from Dora. Dora Bird. Now, Dora sent me an email. I saw it this morning. Oh, my phone's right there. I was going to pull the email up. But Dora, I believe Dora actually asked me, did we receive a gift from her? And yeah, so it's taking a little while to get to it because I didn't reply to the email because I knew I was doing this today. So thank you, Dora. Thank you very, very, very much. Those come in handy. Now we're about to get some cold weather. Can y'all believe that? It's about to cool off here, everybody. I heard the weather this morning, and it's gonna get near 80. Yeah, our highs are gonna be up near 80. Man, I can't wait for that. Okay, this here is an actual letter, and it is lengthy, and it's also gotten wet. Now, the good news is I can still read it. It hasn't smeared so bad, but now listen, this is gonna be pretty lengthy, and so I'm not going to read it right now. It won't do justice for the author of this letter, and it won't do justice for me. So I will take this, and when I get to the house, I will look over it. But I will say I appreciate this. I've said it 100 times that these kind of things like this, hearing your stories, how you relate to our life and how our lives are so paralleled, things that you struggle with and stuff. Listen, that does a lot for me. It helps me kind of quantify, and I've said this before, what I do as a man, as a human, and I appreciate this. I will say this, that so she talks about a little bit of depression and how she feels like she was a product of a failed marriage. And aren't there a lot of us out there like that? Anyway, I'm not going to read the whole thing now. I don't always know if people want me to read the whole thing. And I have gotten to the end of letters before where I've just become an emotional wreck, only to find out at the end where they say, please don't share this on a video. And I totally respect that. At the same time, this is from Amanda. Amanda, sometimes people want to share their stories, not just with me, but with other people. I've noticed in the comments a lot, when I'm reading the comments, that sometimes someone will share a personal story, and there can be a thread once your replies to that particular comment, comments on that comment. Sometimes you get 20 people talking back and forth. Oh, sometimes they'll argue for a while as well. But no, a lot of times when someone talks about their personal life situation and other people can relate to it, they share their own stories with each other. And I love that. That is what I always envisioned the page could be like. One where we could share an animal story, sometimes, most times relate it to our personal lives. And then when you receive it, you see it and you can make similar connections to your life. And in saying so, seeing how interrelated we all are. For the good and the bad, you know. I think my favorite one was a while back when I made the video. Oh, it was actually about Jake meeting that girl at the post lady. When Jake was cleaning the driveway and the post lady showed up. And she's all cute and doing her job. And of course, Jake, you know, Jake being a single guy wants to get to know her better. And I caught it all on video. And that was fun. But in that, a lot of you guys were sharing your stories of romance, stories that you had when you met your significant other. Some for the long haul, some was just a passing ships in the night, if you will. And I got so much fun out of reading some of those. And so here we go. We got another letter. And she sends a picture frame. All right, so it says to Lester and Jamie, and it is pretty lengthy. She talks about she's a survivor of breast cancer, 3 back and neck surgeries, oh, and 2 divorces. Here I am just talking about romances. She's raised a daughter alone. Anyway, I'm not going to go through. It's a lengthy letter. But this over here comes from, I believe it says Joni. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that she says she's here in Texas. But I'm not real sure without reading all of it. She calls, the poem that she wrote says, it's entitled Morrow's Safe Haven. Sweet creatures who pass this way, once scared and alone. Now you are safe. Now you are home. I've already gotten emotional once today. Look how she packaged it up really cute. Obviously a woman. Sweet creatures who passed this way once were scared and alone. Now you're safe, and now you are home. I love that. If you can think about how many babies live here now, the sanctuary part of our rescue, the forever home, if you will, and I think about, even despite some of the flaws that we have as their guardians, their caretakers, their humans, even sometimes we don't really know exactly what we're doing. Sometimes it's a trial and error on different things, most times. But I have to stop and remember of where they came from, the life they had before, and the life they're living now. Are we perfect? No. Do I wish we could give every animal its very own native, natural environment to, yeah, that would be awesome. But we don't, and we can't do that. But instead, we found a perfect balance of animals who we call the littles, who share 15 acres of pond, pastures, shade trees, a good-sized barn where they're fed hay in the winter, grains twice in the winter months, every afternoon in the summer when there's grass. They're given treats. They're talked to. They have not only me, but they have Jamie and Ellie and almost Jake almost every day of the week, who walks around, talks to them. And then if that's not enough, we have taken them and we have made videos and pictures to share with you guys. We've told their stories. Sometimes we create a few here and there. I'm known for that. But they've taken on a personality. You see yourself how they all interact with each other and how the whole group comes together to form a family. You can call it a herd. You can call it a herd if you feel like it, but I don't. I call it a family. And in that family, you have, just like in your families, you have all types. And I love watching that and seeing that dynamic. And then you take the exact same thing out back, on the back 15 acres with who we call the bigs, with Tex and Santiana, his lady friend, along with their beautiful daughters, Gracie and Pearl. You have the horses, you have the donkeys, and no one fights, no one argues, there's no one, well, okay, so Ringo can be a little bit bullyish at times, but you know what I'm saying. There's all types in that family, and I love being able to live that life every single day. There's nothing I would ever want to do with my life. It does, I was telling Jamie, we follow families on social media who have made it really well in social media and have made enough money to do and move and go and just do really amazing things. But I tell her, if we ever had that kind of money, I think that I wouldn't be happy anywhere else. I wouldn't be happy living any other lifestyle. Would it be neat to travel the world? Yeah, but guess what I'd be doing? The whole time I was gone, my mind would be right here. And would it be nice to have a big 2-story home with a pool in the backyard? And heck yeah. But guess what? That would be a very temporary fix. It would just be fun for the moment because your heart is not there. And so kudos to you folks who are able to do that and upgrade. But man, this is my life, y'all. This is my life, and I couldn't picture a better life. And can I do one last thing with this poem and tie that into us as humans? Sweet creatures, every one of us, sweet creatures who pass this way. Once we were scared and alone. And which one of us, seriously, which one of us anybody here and the tens of thousands who are watching this video either on Facebook or YouTube. Which one of us can say we've never been, or even if it's metaphorically or figuratively, scared and alone? Well, if you can say that, you're doing a lot better than we are. But now we're safe. And now we're home. Which is exactly why I say keep the negativity out of the comments. Keep it off this page. Go somewhere else, please. Don't take away our peace. Don't take away our safety, our love of each other. You know, the bubble of us, the circle, if you will, of all of us who have found ourselves here in a really good place, a very happy place. I don't want to get off on that soapbox. I know this video is getting long. Here we go again. Lester, I got to go to work, gosh darn it. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more packages. I have 4 more packages. And I'm going to get them opened right now. Oh, no. So these have got a little bit bent in the mail. But once I stick them up, they'll flatten out fine. Breakfast laid daily. And then love. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm not able to eat eggs right now. I don't eat a whole lot of meats anymore. I will do white meats, but I can't eat any red meats. And eggs are something I can eat without feeling any guilt. I'm not crying, I actually scratched my eye. Now, who knows what's going to happen after I read this card. Oh, man. Well, she said it, not me. I wanted to send you this card to let you know that I love Carl. And I love y'all too. All right. Hey, Lester and Jamie. I just love your page. I love all the babies. What is this? Oh my God! Guys, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. What is this? Seriously, what is this? What in the world is this? Now that's Carl. And it says it, hey Carl. This is Carl. But I don't know if you can see it from there, but she made this out of those little sequins. She put this together using those little sequins. I don't know how people can learn to do stuff like this. And then, how does someone display that in your home? Do you buy a frame for it? Do you hang it up like with thumbtacks? Do you roll it up and just open it up across like the table, like on a coffee table? And put your coaster or your drink on top of it? Jamie will have all these answers. I know nothing. Hey, Lester and Jamie, I love your page. Now, I love all the babies, and you crack me up every day. I do this diamond art, and I saw Carl and decided to send it to you guys. Oh, okay. Here we go. I would have framed it, but it cost too much to do that in the mail. And listen, it would have gotten broke anyway. You know how I know that? Because of that poem I just read you. Look how it was delivered. Now, I love this. And oh, sheesh, I just dropped some glass. This is our little family cemetery. I do not need anyone getting glass in their foot. So I can get a new frame for that. The frame is beautiful, but the glass is broke. But that's so beautiful, so perfect. Anyway, I'm glad you didn't frame it. Plus, it's a very weird size to be framed, she says. Jamie can take it to get it framed. It took me so long to do, and I hope you guys like it. Well, we don't like it. We love it. And I know the folks who watch this page will also love... Oh, there goes my note. That is written on a little small pad of paper. This is from Susan, and she's from Massachusetts. She says, hey, come visit me. I live in Cape Cod. Cape Cod. Well, I can't say we'll ever make our way to Cape Cod. But if we do, we will for sure let you know. God, this is beautiful, Susan. This is really neat. And yeah, I can't imagine how long something like this would have taken. Because as y'all can see, the colors kind of like fade or blend, if you will, and it begins to blend right into the next one. So this is really neat. And thank you so very much. All right, guys, I have two more. If you're still with me, I have two more. Now, this next box is pretty big. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it open. It comes from C. Armstrong from Liberty, Ohio. Now, I don't know what this is. Oh, this is like a UV protection thing. These are like really big, hang up UV protectors. It shows there in the picture that one of them is kind of upside the pool, where it keeps the pool a little bit shady and cooler. You see the little sails here? Now, in my mind, what I'm trying to do, if I look as dumb as I think I do right now, I'm trying to picture the why behind that one. I'm picturing, we've talked about the heat and how hot it is. I've also talked about voodoo and the fact that he's getting too much light in his eye. And a lot of people were saying in a comment that voodoo needs something over the stall because there's too much light coming in, even in the heat of the day or the bright of the day. A lot of UV rays are coming through. And so it doesn't say, there's no letter. There's nothing to let me know the why behind that package. So I'm just going to assume that that's what it's for. And that's what we'll end up using it for. That's a great idea. And thank you very much. All right, so this says to I'm a Survivor Sanctuary. You guys, listen, some of y'all are just plain nuts. Fancy Feast cat food. I know why you would have done this for those little kittens out in the barn. Linda wants them little kittens to have some special treats. Linda, you're gonna spoil them. What you're gonna do? Linda sends 24 cans of cat food over here. Oh, there's two, so there's 48 cans of cat food. I probably will feed one a day, so that will last me however long, 2 weeks, 16 days. And then what are we gonna do? We're gonna have cats that will refuse to eat the hard food. So I'm gonna be calling you, Linda, saying, hey Linda, cats are out of food. Hey, they will live a happy 2 weeks, I promise you that. They will live a very happy 2 weeks. Linda, that's very kind of you. This, I believe, is the last one, guys. I will do one last look over just to make sure I didn't forget anything, because I thought I had a couple more letters and I don't see where they would have gone, but maybe not. This comes to Lester Morrow and it says non-perishable. Well, that's good, because in this heat, you don't want to send anything. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So this is not really to Lester Morrow. This over here would be for every pig marrow. All pigs marrows. And now we've added copper to the mix, and they are going through some serious oatmeal. Hey, I said a little while ago, if y'all sit in there and you say, you know what, I wonder what I can send to Sanctuary. What can I send them that they can actually use? Ta-da! You can never get too much of either one of these, mealworms or oatmeal. We started off spoiling the babies by giving them oatmeal 1 day a week. Oh my gosh. For Carl. More bird food for Carl. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I like to know the thoughts and the reasoning behind things. And you normally get that from a letter. If not, you have to kind of infer what someone might be thinking when they sent it. But when you get a letter, it normally will tell you straight up what's going on. Hey, Lester, Jamie, Lex, and Ellie. I love your shows. Sorry, the oatmeal is expired. But I don't think Pig Trudy or Pig Newton or even Lola are going to care. And I promise you, they will not care. Yeah, humans would care about something like that, but unless there's weevils or some kind of something wrong with it, mold or anything, we will be happy to feed it to our babies. Love, this comes from Jean from Cleveland, Ohio, and Jean is spelled J-E-A-N. That's awesome, and this is going to be very well received. Yeah, like I was saying, we used to, and I say used to, only give oatmeal once a week. And then I thought it might be unhealthy to feed more often than that. And it wasn't until the vet actually saw the video where she said, you can give them pigs more than once a week. It's not gonna hurt them. She said, it's just gonna be expensive. And so I went ahead and upped a little bit to twice, then 3 times. And then I found out that when I didn't give them oatmeal, they would come to the fence and scream at me. And it broke my heart. So I began to give them half portions of oatmeal. So they still think they're getting oatmeal, but instead of getting a bowl full, they're only getting a taste. And so the problem with that is I would feed them, and before I could even leave the pasture, they'd all come and scream at me because they're still hungry, because they'd forgotten how to go and eat the other food that all the babies eat. So I've had my ordeal, my experiences with them. So now we go to the dollar store. Full disclosure here. Now we go to the dollar store and we buy the bags of oatmeal for $1. But the problem is we go through a couple of those a day. So, hey, whatever it takes, guys, whatever it takes. Anyway, I want to say thank you for loving us, for accepting us with all of our flaws. Thank you for putting up with these long videos. But listen to me. We really are, every one of us are living our best lives. And we would not be able to do that without your love and support. This kind of stuff is awesome, but just coming to the page and watching the videos, maybe liking and sharing, putting a comment, guys, putting a comment, sharing a personal story, if you will, that makes everything worthwhile. All the work that we put into it, that's what we do it for. And so thank you very much, Lester. And I think I speak for everybody here when I say we love you, and we're so blessed to have you a part of our family. So you guys have a great day.